Welcome to DTV. I'm joined by AidanReilly, who's chatting to us, having played his first game after a long period out with injury. And Aidan, it was good to get back last week. You must have really relished the opportunity after such an extended period on the sidelines.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a pretty long pre-season for myself. Stuck in rehab for majority. It was just great to get out there again and new team, new teammates, and just enjoy footy again. And it was good fun. Yeah.
Talk about your journey, how you actually broke your leg and coming to Melbourne and finally to the point where you were able to play for Casey last week.
So I think it was about July last year, round 15 against West Coast. I broke my fibula, which was just in a sort of freak sort of tackle. It just got caught under and snapped. So I went into surgery the next day, which was I think the 8th of July. And the original plan was just to put a plate in to just bring everything back together, and it would have been probably not as bad, but my ankle was pretty stuffed as well, so I had to put a screw through both the fibula and tibia, which is sort of called the syndesmosis. So I had that as well as the plate, which sort of made the injury a lot worse. So I was sort of in a moon boot for 3 months with no weight bearing at all, so just crutches, and that was pretty frustrating. And I was on the couch a fair bit and not being able to do a great deal. And then after that 3 months, I had one of the screws out, which allowed me to walk. And then while that was happening, the whole thing went through with Melbourne, and I was grateful for the opportunity to come over here as a delisted free agent. It's been great. Everyone at the club has been really, really good in helping me. The physios and all the fitness staff have been really good in helping me transition and build my leg back up to where it was. And it was great on the weekend just to see all that hard work pay off and finally get out there and play again. It was great fun.
What was it like having to actually go through such a significant injury and also switch clubs at the same time as you're rehabbing?
It was pretty tough. Coming to a new club, you want to get out there and show them what you can do, and really get in with the group and try and fit in. But being in rehab, it makes it tough. You're not out there training with them, so you really only see them in the locker room and that. So it makes it a lot difficult to try and build those relationships. I found, the guys here were really good. I mean, there was a lot of new players, there was a lot of new faces, so everyone was just trying to, get to know each other, which sort of helped me in a way as well. And I suppose having Bernie come over kind of helped too. Like, there was a face already new, which was positive. I think as I got more comfortable with the schedule and how things ran here, I felt a lot more comfortable with the setting, and it wasn't too hard at all, really. No.
You played your first game for Casey last week, and obviously on the comeback trail. What are your sort of aims for the next few weeks, and have you set yourself a timeline of when you'd like to play your first AFL game for Melbourne?
So at the moment, I was on limited game time last week, just building up again. This week I'll have probably about 85 to 90 minutes, so another sort of limited game time, and then I'm hoping the next week will be a full game. Once I sort of tick that full game off, then I'll start doing some more top-up running to try and get my fitness base back up. A goal, I'd love to be able to play against Adelaide round 7 in Adelaide. Like, that'd be awesome to get up for that game. Whether that happens or not, I'm not really sure. I'm not really, going to push it too hard. The coaches have said my sort of goal is for the second half of the year, so I'm just going to do everything I can to get the body feeling good, so my second half of the season will be pretty strong. If I can get to round 7 and get a game against Adelaide, my old team, that'd be great. But if that doesn't work out, so be it.
And you've copped an interesting nickname along the way. Can you talk about what that is?
A pig dog I get, which is, I got that at Adelaide. Big Ivan Maric was actually sort of the one behind that. You probably have to ask him why. I think it was just because of the way I play and sort of just chase and tackle and do all the stuff that doesn't get recognised as much. I think that was why, and it caught on pretty quick at Adelaide, and I couldn't really shake it. And I was hoping coming over here that maybe it wouldn't stick, but Bernie told a couple of the boys, and it just took off. So I've got that now, and I'm stuck with it, which is fine. I'm used to it now. So yeah.
And these fans can look forward to seeing some of that style of play. You've already been talked about as a pretty tough as nails sort of player. Is that something you really pride your game on?
Yeah, definitely. I love sort of doing all the the contested stuff, and I really pride myself on tackling and just all those little pressure things. And I guess I'd like to say that's probably my I guess specialty, or one would, I guess you could say, is just the pressure acts, tackling, stoppage work, sort of clearances, all that in close stuff, which is what I pride myself on. Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, good chatting, and good to see you back, and best of luck for the next few weeks, and hopefully might see you playing against the Crows.
Hopefully, that'd be nice. Very good. Thanks, mate.